in one share. You don't have to share it like one share, go to the next share, go to the next. You can just hit them all and hit share, and it'll just go out. Abu Omar, I'm sorry. I know you can't understand me either. So what is not going to happen is no further humiliation, harm, calling out, or if you guys don't believe that Bilal's in Gaza, I don't give a fuck anymore because I know he is, and that's all that really fucking matters. That's all that really fucking matters.
She and her Wi-Fi have a lot in common right now. Hold on. Yeah, her Wi-Fi, she must have gotten a call.
Now, Sunshine, now those were her family. Everybody remembers those men were her family. Remember? She said that in many lives. Wow, and let's also say that... No, Stella.
She can't finish a fucking sentence.
No, Stella, they're not. So, I mean, if you called the FBI today and you said to them, hey, this girl's been raising money on the internet, and I heard that somebody might be H group, what do you think the FBI is going to do with that information? The FBI runs on hearsay. Ever.
Yeah, but if they have proof and you send them proof, they're going to look into it.
Anyway, so, I sent Sunshine a video of Bilal and his family and all their belongings.
Of course
on
you did.
A motorcycle-driven truck that was taking them from northern Gaza to Khan Yunis. And, she even said, where are they heading, Pam? Like, she got to see the whole thing. And then came to the internet and told you that they're not there. This is painful.
Damn right it is.
This is very painful. I'm not lying. So, let me go get my tablet and I'll see if there's anything else that I feel like I need to,
No, it's snark.
Say.
So, a whole lot of saying nothing so far as to what I heard, but I'll tell you, the one concerning thing that she keeps saying, which is weird, is she keeps telling people to come.
Hi, Scammy. Hey, Scammyclaus. How you doing, girl? How are ya?
You are going to look so good in
Biting
orange.
as usual. You'll bite on anything, bitch.
You are going to look good in orange, girl.
You will bite on fucking anything. You have to be one of the stupidest bitches that are walking the face of this earth.
Yeah.
I can't even talk to or about you, Scammy, without laughing anymore. You let a bitch, Scammyclaus, your credibility. God, woman, do you even care about your credibility? You let a woman on the internet. Do you know I know everything about you, Scammyclaus? There's not one fucking thing that I don't know about you.
Cool.
I know everything about you.
Cool.
Someone said, got you a ticket so you could move over there.
Cool.
Y'all.
Will you finish a fucking sentence, Snark?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Finish a thought already.
I wasn't done talking about Scammyclaus, though. Scammyclaus, you let a woman who knows everything about you, that went out of her way to find everything about you, and then was going to bring it to the internet
For you.
and dox your whole
For
fucking
you.
family.
Yep.
You let that woman
Yep.
then throw you a dry fucking bone, and you picked it up like a rabid animal.
Woof fucking woof.
You fucking weirdo. You fucking weirdo.
And ask somebody to
I'm laughing at you so hard.
I feel that
Believe
she
me,
has a right to know
we're
that she
all
minute
laughing
ago
at you,
talking
Snark.
shit on Sunshine.
We're all laughing at you right now, Snark.
Now again, talking shit on Sunshine, just simply stated, that woman is not my friend.
Hey, it's Arjun, CEO of Doula, and in today's video, I'm going to walk through everything you need
This
to know.
has been crazy.
So, one of the very strange things that Snark has been doing today is inviting people to her house to fight them. Now, remember, Snark has a minor in her house. How many fucking people are going to invite people to their house and want to fight them when there is a minor in the house?
In here, I go to the dispensary with my state-issued medical THC card. Not my ID. In Pennsylvania, we are only medically legal. So you have to get a state-issued ID that they send you from the state.
find out it was so she wouldn't lose her disability or benefits.
Again, we listened to this already. I'm not on disability, you dumb bitch. We listened to this already.
So now I'm in trouble for that. That's considered tax fraud, right? She's also going to be in trouble for that. Don't you worry, Pam. I'm not going to be the only. I'm not in this fucking FBI's vault. They were called. They do have all your TikTok accounts, Pam, Abuz, Bilal's, Abuz, Muhammad, and the singer guys, whatever the fuck his name is, the one that is part of Hamas. Do you want to tell everyone? Is this why you haven't been in my lives? She thinks it's a personal attack on her. But what I will say, look, while I thought I was fighting for a good cause and trying my best to keep my shit from the TikTok drama separate, literally went on my own separate way. Not only did she lie, because she knew this and she told 2 other people this, that this guy was Hamas.
Okay, let's talk about this.
And
Let's talk about this. Scammy, I hope you're still listening. I really do.
Bite me, Snark.
Let's talk about age group, okay? I don't want to lose my live. You guys do know. Let's just perspective this, because it's researchable,
If
right?
she's gonna say
all of this
age
stuff
is not
at
on
your
TikTok.
fucking fingertips, okay? You guys can research the fuck out
Yeah,
of it.
we have. We know how they
in
go on social
God's
media.
creation made you believe that a government would have to come to a social media app for money.
Hamas is a terrorist
Schnauzer,
group.
Mom.
They're not, well,
That's
they
crazy.
kind of
So,
control
the H
Palestine,
group,
yes,
that
but
is actually
give
a
me
government
break.
installation. Our country calls them a T organization because that's what they want them to be. But H group was actually a government that was voted in, kind of like what happened here. Trump got voted in. We don't really like him, do we? A lot of us really don't like them. Same with H group. They got voted in. Some people liked them. Some people didn't. Okay? The same. Some people like Trump. Some people don't. Same. So, because we call them a T group because that's what we want them to be, but they were actually voted in. Moving forward.
Do your research there, Snark.
Then You know, they're very, very, very well funded.
Yeah, we know.
You know that, don't you?
Yeah, we do. You're one of them.
By other governments. What makes you believe that they're coming to TikTok?
They're on
For
all
money.
social media, dum-dum. That's been shown.
I don't need Scammy to tell me to do anything. I don't need her to tell me to do a fuck thing ever. If you guys want to look stupid, that's on you to do it. I don't care. I truly do not give a fuck anymore. And when I mean that. I mean
So
that.
then why are you on here talking about it, Snarky? Why are you on here talking about it if you don't give a fuck about it,
right? Look up the Gaza water truck scam. I mean, I've learned a lot since this. Done a lot of research.
Yep,
and
and
you're welcome.
we absolutely
Go
saw
look
that
up
in
the water truck
videos
scams in Gaza.
where they would show
You'll
a
see the
water
same
truck
videos.
and they would take videos with different 8x11 pieces of paper with thank you to this
she
person
might
for
have been
donating.
naive
It was
at
the same
first, but she
fucking
definitely
truck.
knows the truth, and she was the one that came out of her mouth to two other people that one of the guys is a part of Hamas. But according to Pam, Hamas isn't a thing. And look, Regina, I was being respectful, letting y'all come in and listen. You can watch from the window, or you
absolutely
can stay
sweet.
muted. But if you're going to sit in here and talk shit and demand shit, which you will not do in my life,
yes.
you won't
That
demand
group
shit.
is
Then you
receiving
can
money from
respectfully
social
get the
media,
fuck out.
100%.
I was advised by the FBI to no longer have communication, but she has messaged me. I have not. The only communication
She always is.
send her a
I
message,
can't. I don't
asking
care
her
about
to
scam
quit
slamming
using
either.
the
Listen,
verified
here's the
account
thing.
with-
I don't care about
Here's
this.
the thing, guys. Here's the thing.
Scammyclaus, Scam Slam. Those are two of the most bored,
Ha
have nothing to do bitches
Yep.
that
I'm
I've
retired,
ever
bitch.
come across.
So is Scam.
I don't give a
You
fuck
jealous?
what they say at all.
Yeah, you do. So why are you talking about us?
my name, and she is still using it.
Okay, Breezy.
There's receipts and screenshots showing that I sent it. She received it and saw it.
Someone is
And I was
pressed.
trying to keep this off the app, but since somebody wants to run their mouth about me.
Okay, back to running my mouth again. Then tell her to fucking show it.
Right, JJ?
Listen, here's what I'm not my cutoff time. So anything further from this is all from them. And I need, what are there, 76 people in here? I need 76 people to really hear what the fuck I'm saying right now. When and if I am on this app, it will have zero to do with anything
Not yet, Jubilee.
concerning any groups on this side of TikTok. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I am going to bore the fuck out of a lot of you.
Yep.
I want you
I give
all
it-
to
I give it
fall
12
the fuck
hours.
off. I have been begging for 9 months for y'all to leave me the fuck alone. Ne'er not one of you
Nair.
have tried
Ooh.
to even fucking do that. So now everybody is blocked. I'm just going to go through. Everybody is fucking blocked. What y'all talk about is what y'all talk about. I will not be responding to a fuck thing. What happened here was absolutely mind-blowing. Sunshine is a drunk, unhinged psychopath.
Wow.
That is my final answer. Any threats that she's making to anybody on the internet, take those motherfuckers very seriously.
Huh.
She
Funny.
is definitely trying to hurt people here. What aren't we seeing?
It's funny. You supported all that, Snark. I'll paraphrase. I don't normally agree with doxing,
I don't care.
but in Scammyclaus,
The woman did
I
this
support her
A,
on
for
this.
no reason. B, made up fucking stories that couldn't hold a drop of water. And I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I don't know how else to do it. I don't know how else to respond to these things.
You know, all you have
Then
to do is
tell
show
her to
receipts,
please
Snark.
go live.
All you have to do is show receipts. I bet you still won't
Tell
show
her
those.
to please go live.
That is
during
a
her
simple
follow-up
way.
call.
That is a simple way of making this go away. And we've been
Listen to
asking
me,
you for months.
because
Show the
this is the
receipts.
craziest thing about the internet.
Show the
First, we
receipts.
sent Trina to somebody's house to possibly get Trina killed. Because had you pulled up to my motherfucking house, and I lived in Alabama, I wasn't asking no questions until that gun went off.
Tough girl, tough girl,
so
tough
that's
girl.
what you're actively trying to do. Then, you're going to
Please, tap
try
everybody.
to get your quote-unquote friend, and let me remind you, Trina, her best friend,
And
you're going to
she's
try
got
to
a
get her
minor in her
removed
house,
from
folks.
the home. From the child you also claim to love so much. Like, wrap your fucking head around that. Literally wrap your head around that. Tell her to please go live during her follow-up call with the FBI. My granddaughter's at school. It's Monday. Is everybody okay? And I'm making threats. What did I threaten? What am I threatening? My granddaughter's at school. It's Monday, which is a big reason why I didn't talk about this over the weekend. Are you all right? A lot are not okay. A lot are not okay. Because this is...
Including yourself, Snarky.
It's really mind-blowing.
You're an effing
And
disaster.
like I said, I can't. I already went through this with Scammyclaus the first time. She has nothing more than she did prior. Right?
You want to bet?
So Sunshine should go live with her follow-up
You
call
wanna
with the
bet?
FBI and let everybody know, like, what's going on there. Or, I mean, she should send, whatever proof. She shouldn't be on the internet talking about this. Isn't that what the FBI told her?
Wow, she is maniacally laughing. Which, when that happens,
Did
that's
the
usually
FBI tell her
a nervous reaction.
Don't talk about it. Don't engage. And here you are on the fucking internet. Listen, let me see. Let me see if I even have an account that I can see her on. I'll bite for 6 more minutes.
Wow, Snark, I thought you didn't care.
Or I keep seeing you come in here.
I thought you didn't
If you
care
have
about me,
questions,
Snark.
like, I have a mouth. I can
What
answer
up,
them.
Snarky? I thought you didn't care about me. I thought you didn't care about me, Snark. So you're a little pressed now? You gonna start streaming me because you're a little pressed? Generally when people are not guilty about something, what is the first thing you're going to do the first time you come on live? You're going to go on and say, I didn't do anything wrong. This is a pile of crap. Da-da-da-da-da. And you know what? The first time she went on live, the girl couldn't complete a sentence. It was kind of like when my kid was 2 and started talking. Couldn't complete a sentence. Not once during that live, her first live after all this, did she say, this is wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Did she do that? No. She just went on some ramble that made no sense.
Yeah, like I said, I responded to what really I wanted to respond to. Listen, I'm not gonna get into the friends thing.
maybe she's not getting into the friends thing because all the friends that used to be her friends are not with her anymore for a reason.
Did I lose friends? Yes. Were they friends? No.
Yeah.
Did I keep friends? Yes. Are they worthy of that? Also, yes. Can I forgive people? Yes.
Might you go to prison?
Am I
Yes.
getting a lot of apologies? Yes.
Did you do anything wrong? Yeah.
Am I looking for apologies? No. No. I'm accepting some and telling others to kick fucking rocks, as I should. As I fucking should. I'm not here. I don't need to tell you about, like, how badly I was hurt or,
Do you realize all you had to do is show receipts?
people didn't
Like a month
pay
and a
enough
half ago,
attention
2 months
or
ago.
ask enough questions
All you
or
had to
any
say
of
is,
the
yeah,
things.
here we go. This is where the money's going. This is who it's going to. This is where
I
it's
didn't
being
come
sent.
here
That's all you had to
to
do, Snark.
Make
But you were
people
too
feel
big and
bad.
bad to
All
do
I
that.
came here to do
You were too big and bad to do that. And
address
look what
Sunshine
happened.
is saying and doing. It's really crazy. I think people should be recognizing the behavior as really wild and concerning.
Really?
I did nothing to that woman. None of her statements hold any validity. She has zero proof of a fuck thing.
Why do I feel
And-
like there's going to be a duet soon with her saying this and then a picture of her being like in handcuffs?
If she wants to keep talking about it again, I'm not going to be.
Of course not.
I'm not going to be. If Sunshine wants to make this like her focus and in her moments and stuff, then she can. Feel free to do so. I am no longer involved in any of the fuck shit that these groups are doing. Okay?
Really?
I don't care who did what to who said what to who, about who, and through who. I just don't care, guys. If you haven't noticed, the fucking world is on fire. And your country is burning brightly in that fire.
Stop it.
Those are the things that I will be talking about from this point forward.
Huh.
I want nothing to do with he said, she said, they said this about you.
Show receipts,
they
Pam.
said this. I don't give a fuck.
Show receipts.
I just don't give a fuck.
We've been asking you for a long time.
The rest of the afternoon, I am going down the Groiper fucking rabbit hole that I started in last fucking night. Because apparently there is an underground society that is fueling some really fucked up things that are going on in this country. And I want to fucking know about it. If you would like to learn about that with me, feel free to show up. Other than that, I ain't got shit to say. Here's what I will say. But Abood and Bilal, still strong, man. They are my Goombas. They will remain my Goombas, right?
God.
I will not be like everybody else who decided to turn their backs on
That's her
them.
spiraling
Could
down.
never be me. Could never be me.
Wow.
Y'all are gross for that. You made that man internalize things that
stop
did not
Stop
belong to him.
Hey, Snark.
You made that man feel bad.
Snark, I heard you're still sending pictures out of those babies that weren't alive, you weirdo.
Mind you, he's fighting for his life. You ignorant.
Yeah,
fucking
Abood looks
bitch.
like he's fighting for his life.
And with that, I am exactly 16 minutes over the time that I have allotted myself to be here.
Oh, why are you going, Snark?
Kimmy and Lily, I know you're both listening because I'm getting messages. Kimmy and Lily, please do not reach out to me. I have nothing to say.
Kimmy and
to
Lily
either
used to
of
be
you.
very close
if
to her.
I had something to say to either of you, I would have said it by now.
Wow.
Leave
Yes,
me
Karen.
the fuck alone. You are the biggest disappointments in this. I have known you two for years.
Years.
Years. Lily, you are from my original live on my original account. But you found yourself doing some fuck shit without talking to me. That is not my
Show the proof,
fault.
Snark. You
Leave
can't make an allegation
me
unless you show
alone.
proof. Isn't that what you said? Time for a rage quit.
Kimmy, the same. You have known me for years. A lot of these people have only known me for months. And you found
Right,
yourself in some fuck shit. Leave me alone. One and only last warning.
Oh. Ooh.
It's how I feel. And I will not apologize for it. Ever. I do not do that.
Ooh.
Highly. I mean, the level of disappointment in you two, crazy. Crazy wild.
Time for a crack.
Wait a minute.
Time
Dora.
for a I think a
Wait a
rage
minute.
quit.
What are you talking about? Dora, the feds, your work computer, Section 8, the list. What is going on, Dora?
Yeah, right, Molly? I think that's the color of the jumpsuit she's going to be wearing.
Hey, apparently they are coming because I...
I have no clue, Lulu.
Yeah, I'm glad this came up.
Yeah, I'm sure
I'm
you are.
so glad this came... Okay, let's go back a little bit.
I'm sure you
All
are.
right, I'll give myself until 12:30, but y'all, 12:30, I gotta go. I do gotta go. And I promise you, this is, there's no part two to this.
Yeah.
The fear mongering, we have to touch on the fear mongering because a lot of the stuff that happened came from fear mongering. Okay. And I get it.
Right, Tracy?
I get it. I'm not blaming anybody for
Scam.
that. Per se, I am blaming maybe a couple people that I expected more from, but I digress.
Right, Wednesday? I agree.
You're on TikTok, Dora.
No, not at all, Teddy.
I'm sorry that she did this to y'all. I'm sorry that she did this to y'all and made y'all scared of something you ain't got to be scared of.
Right, Hannah?
You know what? Let me be honest here.
Oh, boy. How about you do that for once?
If you guys are like...
How about you do that for once, Snark? Show the receipts.
I'm not going to
Show
say
your
that.
receipts,
I'm not
Snark,
gonna say
okay?
that. Oh, God. Okay, so if you guys want to believe that They need TikTok to get money. Then I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna leave you to it. I really the fuck am. I'm just gonna leave you
You
to
do
believe in
need
it.
TikTok to get money because, like you said yourself, you don't get money. It's your granddaughters. So you have no money. Snark. You have no money. You have no income except for
It has
TikTok.
nothing to worry about. Man, I do feel bad if you guys like really believed that stuff or like that's terrible.
Muttley.
That's terrible. And I am sorry that she did that to you because it's kind of crazy. And I did hear about the fear mongering. I did hear about it.
You
so
agreed with it, Snark. You agreed with it. You supported
I think it's an
it.
easy thing to do. I really do.
You
Especially
supported
with
it.
how our government is right now.
Oh,
You know what I
Jesus.
mean? It's not like we're in the greatest of timelines. Absolutely not. But no, I never got any money for a plane ticket or anything else, so you gotta worry about that.
No, we offered you money for a plane ticket, though, because we wanted you out of here.
All the rest of you.
Yes, Jesus.
Tell the truth. You're embarrassing yourself. Do you know how many people? In fact, Petty was the very first one to ever dox me, and I've been doxed probably, I guess, a good 15 to 20 times since.
Right, Petty. Right, parole officer. Yep.
Are you just as mad at them for doxing me with a child in my home, with a minor child in my home?
Were you
mad at
okay
them?
with Sunshine
doing that, or are you just
threatening
mad
to
because
dox with
I
me with a minor in my home, and for minor, nieces and nephews? Because you were.
Okay, you'll be all right.
In fact, you gave your stamp of approval, you bitch.
Hello, Becca Lynn. You will be okay. It comes. It's like the position that you come from, like, or the position that you somewhat hold on
Scam?
this.
I know.
Where age group is an issue, age group isn't an issue. I don't know. I don't know where people's personally stands on things like that. But anybody that can take information like that.
Right, and Scam, this is the weird thing, okay?
For funding, it's just really hard to pay attention.
Why would you do that
They are heavily funded.
with a minor in your house? And she does this all the time. She always tells people to pull up. She said today she likes fighting. She likes especially how it feels in the morning when you're sore. What the fuck?
I don't know what to tell you. Tell the truth. The only person that's going to end up in jail is probably Trina. It's probably, I'm putting my money on Trina. I'm thinking Trina's probably going to get booked. That's why she's so fucking mad.
For what reason, Snark? I thought you don't go to the cops. I thought you don't call cops, Snark.
Am I mad? Am I crying? Am I even slightly upset, scared, or any of
Yes.
those things? Trina, in fact, is the only one that's
Snark, I've listened to you for a long time, and I can tell when you're bothered and you're pressed, and you are fucking pressed.
I am more familiar with jail than you could ever be.
Oh, it's another weird flex. Weird flex.
You would, Nikki. You absolutely. You'd
Weird
have to be
flex.
really ignorant. No, not that. Not Trina Rocks. Not Trina Rocks. Her best friend, Trina. And the best friend thing's kind of taking me out, though.
Absolutely, Hutch.
I've never been to jail either, tell the truth, but I was a corrections officer for a very long time.
Oh my God. Holy crap. That's scarier than anything I've heard. Then you know probably what you might be experiencing soon, right?
5 more minutes, tell the truth, if you want to run your mouth. Ask questions or any of the above.
Yeah, are these for a very long time? Are these days on the Earth or
I gotta go.
days on like Saturn? Right, parole officer?
Nothing? Good enough for me, man. I ain't got nothing either. Well, from now on, when you guys see me live, I will either be here about Gaza or I will be here about the state of our own fucking country. I'll give some, hey, for people that aren't paying attention to the world, though, if you want some information to arm yourselves with, if you haven't been down
Deflection.
the Nepal rabbit hole,
Deflection.
Nepal is setting the bar because Nepal decided that they weren't going to put up with what their government was doing to them. They burnt shit down, elected themselves a new prime minister on Discord, and are currently rebuilding their new establishment. I couldn't be more proud.
Hey, Snark, why don't you give that same advice to the boys that are in your boxes from Gaza? How about that? How about you give them that same advice?
Problem. It's in fact the same as the movement that is now taking over this country. That's concerning. A little unrest about immigration over in
Exactly, TT.
Australia as
Caesar or chef salad? Which one?
What else? Oh, the Groypers. Has anybody went down the slightly even the Groyper rabbit hole? Because that's interesting.
Tossed.
So yeah, those are the things that I'm paying attention to. Those are the things that I plan to talk about. You notice I did not mention Charlie Kirk because Jesus Christ. But that's where the Groyper thing comes from, and the Groyper and this underground community that is pretty mind-blowing. That's where I'll be if you want to find me in any of that kind of thing. You too, Kim. You too. Hey, Mama Jenny, thanks for coming. Always appreciate you.
This is the kiss up portion to people who are in her
where you will be staying
her chat, so they come back.
Scammyclaus didn't put me in jail. I don't think Sunshine's going to. But you guys,
I didn't try to put you in jail, Snark.
that on other people, right?
I did not try and
That's
put you in
all
jail.
do. You wish that kind of stuff on other people.
I didn't try because
other people.
remember the person that you are now against, who you supported with threatened me, and I decided to stop. But you know what the best part is, Snarky? Now, I don't think that's going to happen. So that means I can start following you again. I don't know if she's off or it's her wireless again. Is somebody in there? Did she quit, or is she outside and her wireless sucks? She ended? Hey.
Hey, yeah, she ended, but before you were streaming, simple.
What was that, like a month and a half ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah, about 2 months.
I mean, if everything again was on the up and up, and she showed those receipts that long ago, this wouldn't even be happening right now.
Yeah, and it just sounds like she's totally deflecting. And then, one other thing I wanted to point out, she was saying, if you show up here, I'm not calling the cops. I don't call the cops. I've never
Yeah.
called the cops in my life. when like literally like a month ago she played a recording of her calling cops. Isn't that
Yep.
crazy?
Yep. And they bitch slapped her on the phone.
Yeah, yeah, they
They
told her
bitch
it was
slapped.
none of her
What did they
business.
say? Don't. It's none of your
They said it
business.
was, yeah, yeah, and hung up on her and she was mad.
I'm telling you. You know, just let these people talk and do their thing. You know, and let me be clear too. My stance has not changed since a couple days ago. I would like to see receipts of what Sunshine said. Okay. Um, I would like to see receipts. Um, I and I and how I'm gonna end what I'm saying here is there's not anything else I can say about it. Okay, so that's how I'm ending what I'm saying about that. And according to Sunshine, she said that Snark spoke with two people that were friends of hers and confided in them that she found out and was aware that somebody that she had been supporting was connected to that H group. So I would like somebody to come forward and talk about that, to give a little more credence to those claims. And I said this a couple days ago. I would really like Sunshine to apologize too, because the threats that she made were, to me, were just not nice. So I would like to hear that. But the way that I look at it is this, and Scam. After I give my opinion, I'd love to hear yours. Okay. My opinion on this whole thing is this: from the very start, when I started looking into this, and Scam was looking into it, and we started talking, and I think Tracy was involved, and Breezy was involved, and when we started looking into this, looking at the GoFundMe's, looking at the names on the GoFundMe's, looking at where the money for the GoFundMe's was going to, when we started looking at videos, when we started listening to them speak, when we watched the lives, when we started looking into how to get money over there, when we started looking at the supposed money for food donations, the water, it stunk. And it still stinks. My opinion is it's very fishy. And then when I hear from Sunshine, and it's something I think we all thought, that Snark is also getting money for herself, that's a huge red flag. So, in light of what Sunshine said, even taking out the allegation, since I haven't seen any proof, I still think the whole GoFundMe raising money for these people is fishy. That is my opinion. Do I think that what Sunshine said is plausible? Absolutely. But until I see or hear proof of it, I'm not going to let those allegations sway me anywhere until I actually see the proof. What do you think, Scam?
Yep, I completely agree. And I just think that her reaction to all of this, as always, is very telling. I mean, the way she reacted went just for people wanting proof, or wanting some type of documentation as to where their donations went and how she treated some of those donors, and just all of the recent behaviors with this. I just think is very telling. I mean, Scammy, you and I have both been falsely accused of a million things, right? Did we ever, in response, go live and say, show up at my house, here's my address, here's where to make a left, like, this is my number,
No,
like
it's
show
weird.
up so I can whoop your ass,
It's
like,
weird
that's
behavior.
just like, the reaction is just so wild that it screams some type of guilt to me. I don't know what kind of guilt exactly, but it screams guilt to me.
And as I said too, most level-headed people that are parents would never speak like that with the possibility of putting said child in danger or in harm's way. But this isn't the first time. She has done that so many times, which to me is just, it's so dangerous. You know, it's so dangerous. She's talking about it from her own perspective. Like she said she loves a good fight and all that. What the hell would happen if that did happen, and she was, taken in for assault or something like that? She's not thinking about what would happen to the child in her house, and that to me is that's very telling. That's very telling for her as a parent.
Oh yeah, I mean that was very disturbing for her to to hear her saying those kind of things. Even though apparently she's claiming the child is not there and is at school. I mean, it's gonna be home in a couple of hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's where the child resides. I mean,
Right. And I don't, with her talking like that in her house alone, I mean, it doesn't bother me because, the child wasn't there. But that's not even what I'm concerned with. The concern is opening up that invitation for people to come to the house, because chances are there's a possibility that if somebody did that, the granddaughter would be there.
right.
It's like she doesn't even care. She talks about, I mean, remember, she accused me of her granddaughter hurting herself because of what I've been saying. What do you think would happen to her? Because I'm sure Snark is listening. Snark, what the hell would happen to her from you inviting all these people to your house for violent reasons and something happened to you? What do you think that would do to her?
I just wanted to point out that someone in the chat, Chick Flick, says I went to my messages. She gave another man in Gaza. I'm disputing and will until I get my money back. So it sounds like Chick Flick may have donated. And if that's the case, I hope that you do get your money back.
Did you donate money to somebody directly or was it through Snark? Ah. Oh, okay. Did you have a different name before? Because I think this was a while ago, just to jog my memory.
It said PayPal to Snark.
Okay. I'll pull those up again to jog my memory because I'm sure I still have it. Do you remember how long ago was that in terms of when you sent the money? Okay. Money? Okay. My feeling is this, and this is something that Scam and I have thought ever since we started covering her. Okay. That she collected all this money and did not send all of the money like she stated. I think she pocketed money on the side. whether or not, she told people that, she collected, whatever type of situation she was running. Whether,
Dick says May 23rd.
okay,
Sorry.
yeah. No, that's okay. Thank you. Whether these people were in on it with her, where they said, if you collect money, our opinions, because nobody has ever seen the proof, which just leads to questions. And those are the questions that we've always had. And the other questions have been, where's the money going? Now, there's been brought up about how she's got somebody in New Jersey that she was sending the money to, and then this person in New Jersey was sending it overseas. And I've heard various stories about that, but one of the stories I have heard is the person in New Jersey is Aboud's brother, which again opens more eyes, because now you have somebody, who is related to the situation now getting money and then supposedly sending it somewhere else. So again, it could have been, and Scam, you've done this, and I've done this. If somebody calls you out on something with financial stuff, it's very easy, if everything is on the up and up, to show receipts. And, I do that every month, because I don't want situations like this where people say, and I had to, last night in T's Live, Leslie, who I don't know why she feels like she has to insert herself all the time, made a comment that I'm making money off of TikTok. And I said, no. I said, I get gifts, and all those gifts are cashed out and that money gets donated. And I told her, and then she says, well, even though you're donating it, you're still making money. And I'm like, how am I making money off of it? Making money is you getting financial gain and benefiting. I'm not making any financial gain. And then T said, well, it helps at tax time. No, it doesn't help me at tax time. The only thing it helps me do is I make this much money, I donate this much money, and I don't have to pay taxes on it. That's it. It doesn't cover or help me with any other money I make.
Right.
But those are the reasons why you have to post receipts.
And the thing is, if there was legitimate reasons, let's say speculating that Snark did keep out, a portion of the money for something legitimate, I'm sure people would even be understanding of that. Let's say she said, well, I had to keep out a certain amount of money because I needed money for postage to try to mail something over, or something,
Right.
a cost related to this cause that she somehow had to maybe pay out of pocket. I'm sure that people would even understand small things like that coming out of what's collected. But to not show anything or document anything or have any type of explanation whatsoever, so suspicious.
Right. Absolutely. And like I said, it's really simple. I mean, it's very simple to pull up receipts. I mean, any of us can do it for any time. You get money on this app. Especially with TikTok, it's PayPal. That gets directly deposited into my PayPal account. It's very easy just to go on PayPal, search for activity, and put in TikTok, and everything pulls up. It's very simple to go on PayPal or whatever, financial app she's using, and type in GoFundMe and pull up all the money she's gotten. Why she doesn't do it? Her excuse is nobody that hasn't donated doesn't have the right to see it. But then we heard that people who donated asked to see it, and she never showed it. So there's definitely something hidden there, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I really don't care. What Snark says. Something's not right. And it won't be right until either she shows the receipts. And, if Miss Sunshine is telling the truth, then Snark is going to be in a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble. I mean, you're talking serious, serious charges from the government if indeed, about this, if there is proof in text messages, in written affidavits that she indeed knew that somebody that she was supporting and sending money to or gifting on TikTok, if she knew that person was part of a T organization and she was still doing that, that is a major violation of the Patriot Act, which in turn would cause years of imprisonment. Years. For those of you, if you don't know what's going on, okay, in a nutshell, Scam and I and Tracy and Breezy and other people have been looking into the whole GoFundMe's and all that Snark had on her website, links in her website to the two gentlemen from Gaza. People reached out to us about it when we started looking into it. And we had asked Snark to show receipts. Now, remember, first she said, I'm not showing anything. And then she said she was going to show it. And then she said she wasn't going to show it. Then she said she was going to make a Discord where she was going to post all of it. And then she said, no, I'm not doing it. And then she said, well, no, I'll do it, but I'll only invite certain people and I'm not going to show everything. She waffled back and forth for like a week on that. Then we had the live. We called out a lot of inconsistencies about what she said and what was shown in her lives and on these people's TikTok pages. And, it was just defensive mode for her. Just defensive mode. And as we kept doing it, then you guys know that myself and my extended family was threatened to be doxxed by Sunshine, and I backed away because, unfortunately, when you're doing awareness and when you have a family, sometimes those things don't mix. And I decided to take a step back on it. But surprisingly enough, that same time that Sunshine did that, all of a sudden Snark disappeared for weeks. So in a way, there was really nothing to cover anyways. But with that in mind now is that I can continue to cover Snark because I don't think that, that threat is going to happen now. And if you guys noticed, too, what Snark said, if you didn't make it here for the whole live, she made it clear that she's got all my information. So, I mean, Snark, that, you haven't put any of my information out, and, you fucking better not. That's all I'm going to say.
I have her live recorded. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. I'll probably mute out the part where she gives the specific directions to her house because I don't want to be accused of repeating, or reposting information. I mean, information. I mean, even though she gave it out, I'm sure I'm not the only person that has a recording, and anybody could be putting that out now, and it could be spreading all around.
Absolutely.
That's what's crazy. I mean, and honestly, I don't always review all of my content prior to posting, all these hours of stuff. And if people, do that, it might end up getting posted. I mean, but because I know it, and I heard it, I'm going to do what I can to take that part out.
Yep. Because that's the right thing to do, if you know about it.
Yeah.
try to protect at least her granddaughter, because she sure as hell is not, you know. Over the weekend, Sunshine got, I did notice that, Snark hasn't been on lives. Every so often she was popping into Abood's lives and not really talking. And then over the weekend, Miss Sunshine came on, made a bunch of allegations regarding the money that Snark was collecting, that it was going to an organization in Gaza that begins with an H. She said that one of the people that Snark was supporting was a member of that group, and Snark knew about it and didn't tell a majority of her friends, and continued to collect money and ask for gifts for people, even though she knew that one of the people was a member of that group. Now, I have not received any proof otherwise. Um, as I did ask Miss Sunshine to send me. I was not going to post anything, and I'm not going to post anything when I do get it. But it would just be me confirming that I saw something. Um, that's where we are now. And, Snark, this is like the third time she's been on now since Saturday. And this was the first time that she's actually said anything, somewhat about it, saying that it's not true, although still it was a lot of word salad, a lot of sentences she would start, and here I have the proof of where all the money is gone. None of these people, there wasn't anything like that, and that's fine. But she's the type of person that is so stubborn and so strong willed that she will not do anything that somebody tells her to do in order to make a situation better. That's just the way she is. And, that can be dangerous, especially when, you've been collecting money from people on a social media app, and now people are catching wind of their money may have gone somewhere else. So have fun with that, Snarky.
Yeah, I mean, if any of these things are true about authorities being contacted, she's not going to have a choice but to show receipts.
Yep.
They're going to, I mean, if that is true, if any authorities are involved, they are going to demand receipts.
They'll take her phone, they'll take her laptop, they'll take all those things, and they will download everything. And that's when, but like I said, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. This is not over. This isn't over, meaning that, I think at some point, Miss Sunshine or somebody's going to have to step forward and show some type of proof to back what the allegations are. But, how many times have we heard things on TikTok where people have made allegations? For instance, I mean, just recently, Jen, all those allegations she made on that phone call to Scotty, she's never showed an ounce of proof of any of that. And that phone call was back in May, end of April, beginning of May, where she made all those vile allegations about people. And not once has she shown any proof, because you know what? She's been posting since then. And if she had any proof, she would have showed it. So, when people make an allegation, you need to wait to see the proof. Now she's sending people self-unaliving threats. Of course she is. Because that's her go-to when she's done something wrong and people are against her. That's what she does. She will blame people for putting her in that mental health situation. It's going to be their fault, not the fact that she's done what she did, but it's everybody else's fault for putting her in a not so good place.
Well, and before you started streaming, sorry to backtrack back to Snark, but
No, that's
before
good.
you started streaming, she had said that. I mean, it sounds like her and Sunshine obviously had some type of personal falling out. Snark said that she first realized that there was, I guess, some distance or uncomfortability or something going on
Right.
with Sunshine, because Sunshine started saying that she didn't want like Abood and Balil in the boxes, and that she said it was because she was doing her quote unquote fuck shit and she didn't want them present for that, but that Snark suspected it was for other reasons, that she was trying to create some kind of distance there with them, and that she started suspecting something was going on. I mean, she made a lot of insults about Sunshine, which, hey, they've both done a lot of wrong stuff, but she was making very serious types of insults that were over the top regarding her
Yeah.
uh, alcohol issues and all of that. That
Yeah.
was way over the top.
I heard that. Yeah. But at some point, information will come out. Information on those allegations. I hope it does. I hope there are facts, to back up all that, because, again, that's a very simple way of showing which side is being honest. You know, um, so we'll see. We shall see. I wanted to quickly point out something too that somebody posted in here. Last night, I went into T's live. I was listening to her live and somebody else's live, and she made again kind of a half-hearted apology for Florida Man doxing. 5 people in her live over the course of a couple days back. 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I went in there and. My whole purpose of going there is to let her realize why it bothered me personally so much, because it wasn't just doxing me. Florida Man doxed my wife and all that, and put out a lot of false information about her, about our marriage, all that stuff. So, I honestly thought what would happen, because I think anybody that has no guilt would hear that and say, you know what, I'm really sorry that happened to your wife. She's not even a part, blah, 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 whatever. And no, it went into this whole thing, and it was a nightmare over there, and people are bringing up all this stuff, and that completely went off what the focus of what the intent was going over there. But I have to say, the biggest joke, and this will sum up, this will absolutely sum up T. People in her boxes in the chat, and first of all, she talks about my chat. Her chat was disgusting last night. It was absolutely rude, appalling, and nobody did anything about that. I digress. People were mad at me because I made a video of all of her financial apps and her new Amazon wish list. And people were mad at that. And I said, well, wait a minute, T. Didn't you call out domestic survivor for the same stuff? And she said yes. And I said, so I can't bring awareness to this because you did it. And her defense was, well, it's personal. And I'm like, I do awareness. You did awareness. You did the same thing. So I don't. Reasoning for doing it is because she said that she figured, there was stuff that she'd like to get. And, if she put it in a wish list, there's some people that, want to get her the appreciation of her platform. What?
I mean, isn't that what gifts are for? Like on
Yep.
TikTok, like
Yep.
TikTok gifts?
Listen, it's the whole thing with the Meemaw thing where Meemaw said that no money went to her from T's lives and all that. I saw receipts from that week that she was live where she was collecting money and doing battles and all that. I showed that receipt of she collected, I think somewhere in the range of mid $400 during that 1 week. But what I was told was that T never said that all that money was going to Meemaw. It was only the battles that she did that were going to Meemaw. Now, based on what I had heard and a lot of people heard, that wasn't the case. But whatever. I think that, there was money that should have been sent to Meemaw that wasn't. I personally don't think T was clear on, only one time battles was money going to Meemaw. I was under the impression the entire week that she was on there collecting money was. But that's neither here nor there. So can I flat out call T a scammer? No. But I can absolutely call her a beggar. Because the one thing that people that I cover are doing is they are posting things to get money and to get gifts on Amazon wish lists. And I will never back down on that because, everybody can see it themselves. Go to her bio, take a look at all of her financial apps, and take a look at the link to the Amazon wish list. That's exactly what she's doing. She said that certain battles were going there, but yet she kept saying that she had her financial app in her bio, and that whole week she was saying, and she didn't clarify all the time, that only a portion of the money she received that week was going to Meemaw. It's weird that only that week she battled all sorts of people, not only Dora. She was battling people that she was just meeting when she put in a battle request. And she hasn't battled since. It was only that week. Isn't that a little ironic? That she never battled before that week. She collected all this money when it was the Meemaw situation, and then she stopped battling the final week. I think that's a little suspect, because if it was normal behavior, she would have battled prior to that and since then. Because quite honestly, I don't think people would have sent her that much money if it was just going to her.
Again, sorry to backtrack, but I just wanted to mention that Chick Flick states that PayPal opened a dispute. They allow 60 days for response. They're reaching out to Snark about the dispute.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
So I
letting me know
hope
that.
she gets that. Hope she gets that.
Yep. Her husband works. Why can't he provide what she wants? Again, Lady Day, I agree with that. And she even said last night that she works. She said she works and she can buy what she wants. So why the fuck do you need an Amazon wish list? And this is the other weird thing, okay? the other weird thing is, and I'm going to bring her name, that Leslie woman, I don't know where the hell she came from, but she flexed while I was in a box arguing with T that she was going to send T money, and she did. And then T even made the comment, you could say what you want about me, Scammyclaus, but I'm still going to be sitting over here making money. Okay. Chick flick, I'm going to look for those receipts, okay? I remember seeing them. There were a couple people that sent me receipts that they sent money to Pam. I'm gonna pull those up again. After you left, she said it was supposed to be to drop you. Of course. And again, the other point I made to her was, when you get money to drop somebody from a box, the money is based on hate. It's based on not wanting to hear the truth that somebody's putting out there or their side of an argument. And when you collect money for that, that isn't money for a positive thing you did. It's not like an honest day of work. The money's based on hate, period. And that's what a lot of people, people do that on this app. I mean, look at FWA. She's making bank doing it. Yes, Messy Buns. Has Snark refunded money to others that asked for it back? I don't know. I don't know, Beast. I do not know. I know people requested and they never got it back. I do know that. I haven't heard of anybody that requested and, did not get it back. What's the excuse for wish list after going after so many beggars? She never answered that. She never answered to me how she was calling people out for doing the same bullshit. And now she's doing that bullshit, but it's okay. And it's people like her that have caused damage to the awareness community. Because people see her and they say, well, T used to do awareness, calling out all these people. Now she's doing the same thing. So I guess it's okay. She's greedy. She's greedy. That's what I think it is. She thinks that, her platform is something that she deserves to get, she deserves to get some type of income or gifts on it. But I mean, let's face it, she's on there on an average 6-7 hours a day. So it is like a full-time job. There are a lot of people I follow on this app that actually have real content. I follow a lot of ASMR people. I follow people that are outdoor people, that actually have platforms that are entertaining. And they put in a lot of work. And I gift those people, through TikTok gifts. Because that's how you do it. If you really support somebody with the platform that they're doing and it's entertaining and they're putting time into it, those are the people I want to support. Yep. She apologized for starting out as a beggar and then went right back to it. And her people don't, of course they don't. She is exactly where she started out, but she's worse now. She's worse now because she has multiple financial apps and she hit the trifecta with the dreaded Amazon wish list.
Yeah, and I mean, I give gifts to creators that I appreciate, and who put time and effort into their live streams and
Yeah.
are providing, content that I enjoy, that's educational, helpful,
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't give none of the creators on this app that I gift are begging for the gifts. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? They're not asking for them or anything. People are just freely sending them and they're appreciative of them, but they're not begging for gifts or saying, I need this gift money, or some creators call it, a paycheck. Oh, like I
Yep.
need this because my paycheck from my TikTok paycheck on Wednesday. Like that's kind of strange to me. Like, so people who are like relying on it as a job, or begging for it, that's not typically who I gift. I do it because I want to and because I appreciate their content, and it's not their content is and it's not like negative things that they're doing. It's positive people.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And that's where, and the gifts that I give to people on this app, I purchase with my own money based on my credit card that is linked to my TikTok. I don't re-gift to these people from gifts that I receive from people, because then I don't feel like it's coming from me. It's like I take the money out of my personal bank account to buy those gifts, because I want it completely from me as a thank you to those creators that I'm gifting, you know? But yeah, I was very off put by, by the live. And, I'm gonna say that, Dora and I texted a little last night. You know, I apologize to Dora for when I made that video in July for posting about Mama J in it, because it was the wrong thing to do. And I apologized to Dora and I said she should have never been brought up. She didn't have a dog in the race. I won't apologize to any of those other people because they were directly involved, in a lot of the stuff that was going on over on T's platform, 2 months ago or so. And they were involved in, pushing a lot of bullshit. But, Mama J had nothing to do with it. So, I did apologize for that. So, it's just, the one thing I did say that was true when I was over in T's live is when T was covering Jen and domestic survivors, she was doing a really good job in awareness. But that's it. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. Thank you, Dala. So, kind of getting back to where we started, I would like some proof about Miss Sunshine's allegations. I would like to see something, whether, somebody else goes on live, with the knowledge of what happened and discuss it, or if somebody reaches out to me. I would like something, to see, so I can say that, yep, they're this is honest, this is happening, or yeah, I don't see anything. So, who knows if that will happen, but one thing I can guarantee you is I guarantee you it's not over with Snark. She will continue to talk about this. She will continue to talk about Miss Sunshine. She will continue to talk about the whole situation because she can't not do that. No, T as in, she's gone through 1 million name changes to try to reinvent herself. Better Days, T-Train, Queen of the Broke Bitches, It's Me, T. I don't know, pick a name. It's all the same person. So, but it'll be interesting to see over the course of the next days, what happens. I do hope that information is put out. So I think that's all I got, though. Scam, do you have anything to add as a little wrap up to this?
Well, I am uploading what I have of Snarks Live onto my YouTube. I'm working on it right now, reviewing it in CapCut, so it should be there shortly. So
Yeah, I do want to
keep
hear
an
the
eye out
beginning
for
of it.
that.
I do want to hear the beginning of it because I
Yeah,
didn't.
I don't have it right from the beginning, but somebody alerted me that she was live because I was, like I have, I get notifications when she goes live, but I had my notifications off because I was screen recording someone else at the time, and I don't like the notifications popping up while I'm screen recording. So I did get the notification, but somebody messaged me, so I did come in a little bit late, but it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'll send you a link once it's uploaded.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Scam.
Yep.
And thanks for coming up and giving me your opinions and insight. I always appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You as well.
Thanks, Scam. So, that's about it. It'll be interesting to see, what happens with the whole snark thing. You know, I will, with just the same parallel that with Sean and with absolutely with T, to show the correlation between both of them as being beggars on here. When I was in her box last night, she said to me, "The more you talk about it, the more I'm going to tell people that my Cash App is in my bio," which is exactly what Sean has done. He's always said, "Well, now that you're doing it, then I'm gonna post my Cash App again." I mean, it's the same lines. It's the same absolute lines, which you know just shows you exactly. She's not on TikTok to do anything other than sit online for hours a day and collect money and gifts. That's it. That's it. And I'll say the same thing that I've said before. Do not send anybody money on this app. Just don't do it. Don't buy stuff off of people's Amazon wish list, because you know what? You know what we always say? I'm going to say exactly what T says and what she used to say. People can get those gifts and resell them for cash. Right, right. And yeah, how dare she critique, or somebody over there critiqued my mods. Fuck that. And I should have said this last night, but it's like the things you think about after. I've had the same mods T for over a year and a half. I've had to add more. I've had the same mods. How many mods have you been through, T? How many times has the familiar faces in your boxes changed? And she got mad because I pointed that out in a video that, if you have so many mods walking away, and so many people changing in your lives, maybe it's something you got to look at within yourself. And I stick by that. Yeah, wifey, I know. I know. You know, wifey, the information we posted and the lives that I've done about Snark prior to this weekend, I 100% stand by. I know Scam Slam does. I know Breezy does. I know Tracy does. Until I see proof otherwise of what was put out by Miss Sunshine, I'm not even going to include that until I have proof either way. I mean, that's, I think, the only way to go. Yeah, we do, Jeannie. Yeah, we do, Jeannie. So we shall see. But I'm going to get off here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I had Tracy and I were texting last night, and I told her that I'm. So, if everybody could stop the fuck shit for a while, just for a day, just everybody just stay off TikTok for 24 hours, just to, just give me a break, please. Just a day. That's all. That's all I need. Controlling things in the chat and who comes in and all that. And I will always support my mods 100% because they are fantastic. They are fantastic. And thank you to everybody for coming in and listening to Snark and, listening to our conversation today and adding to it. I appreciate that. Everybody have a wonderful rest of the Monday. And hopefully, I won't see you tomorrow and I'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see what happens, though. So have a good one, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.